Jess Dawson, and we have breaking news of gene therapy. Gene therapy is treatment that involves getting the genes inside your body's cells to stop disease. This is done when original DNA sequence like AACGT gets replaced with AACCT. This is the mutation. Gene therapy is when they will insert the C back or insert the G back into the C to stop the disease. There are many different ways of gene therapy, such as gene silencing. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. No, we're not. Your life's a joke. Okay. Okay. As I was saying, there are many types of gene therapy, such as gene silencing. There are many different versions of gene silencing, such as the triple helix forming oligonucleotide. Nucleotide. Yes. This is where the mutated gene gets connected to an oligonucleotide, and then it blocks off the mutation, forming a triple helix. There are also many different vectors for gene therapy. Vectors are gene delivery materials to help get the gene into the mutated gene to help. Many of these vectors are inserted or can help delete the wrong genes. There are many different kinds, such as the retrovirus, adenovirus, adeno-associated virus, herpes simplex virus, the liposome, and naked DNA.
Therapy.
Gene therapy can affect human life because it could save the thousands and even millions of lives that would have been killed through the diseases that it can prevent and correct. So we could use it to save like thousands of people with deadly diseases. And another way you could use it is germline gene transfer, which is a form of gene therapy, and that is when you take the parent's egg and sperm and change the genetics in that. So the DNA, when passed on, will be completely, all of the DNA will be corrected. So, for instance, if someone's DNA has the gene for a specific disease, they can go into the egg and sperm before they have even produced a fertilized egg and correct that. And that is shown, so if the red stood for every person that had the disease, through 3 generations, 5 people could have been killed through that disease. And with the germline gene transfer, that many people would have been saved. Some facts about gene therapy are the diseases that can be cured, such as cancer, AIDS, cystic fibrosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, arthritis, severe immune deficiency, hemophilia, blindness, and leukemia. Some other facts about gene therapy are the ways of insertion. They can be inserted in vivo, which is the vector injected right into the patient, or ex vivo, where it's externally put in cells that are taken out of the body. Also, the vectors, some of the vectors have base pair maximums. These are the max lengths of DNA that can be inserted into an endovirus. Some barriers or issues with gene therapy are that there's no reliable way to get the genetic material into the cells. Also, there's no reducing risk of side effects, so you could possibly have some really bad side effects. And lastly, it doesn't always target the correct cells. Some of the side effects and risks of the gene therapy procedure are unwanted immune system. So that's when the immune system sees the viruses which inject the new DNA into the cells as intruders and attacks them, which can cause inflammation and even organ failure. Another is it targets the wrong cells. So the viruses will attack healthy cells, which will actually cause more damage to the healthy ones, and then the damaged mutated ones will still be the same. Other risks of gene therapy are the infections caused by the virus. The viruses then recover the original ability to cause disease. Another way is tumor causing. If new genes are inserted into the wrong spot,
in the DNA, tumors can form.
The 5 biggest controversies surrounding the issue are: how can the good and bad uses of gene therapy be distinguished? Who decides which traits are normal and which are different? Will the high cost make it only available for the wealthy? Could widespread use make us less accepting of different people? And should we be allowed to use gene therapy to enhance height, intelligence, and athletic ability? I'm going to dive into that one. So some of the pros are that could be a stronger, smarter race if everyone had the likable and accepting characteristics. There'd be less individualism, so the weak and bullied in society would not be as weak and bullied, and everyone would fit in, so there'd be less of a diversity. But the cons are there'd be no individualism, so everyone would be super similar, and then the lack of genetic diversity could cause unknown consequences, and then there'd be no class system. Everyone would be good at everything, and everyone would be alike. So examples would be if you inserted tall genes into a 5'1" person to make them 6 foot as a child, or if you enhanced IQ or even enhanced athletic ability.